Jesus healed me from stage 4 cancer, and I would love to answer this question right here. So, the day came, and I went to go in for my death date. And my mom wakes me up. She's like, Sapphire, put on your makeup. And I'm like, Mom, I don't want to wear makeup. Like, I'm just so hurt. I'm just so sad. Just thinking about it, it kind of makes me tear up, even though this happened 10 years ago. But I remember just feeling like, man, like, forget it. Like, why am I even going to walk in there? I already know what they're going to say. They're going to tell me I'm not going to live, and they're just going to give me a due date. I didn't want the due date. But anyway, I gained the courage to get dressed and go into the cancer center. And my mom, before we get into the door, she says, Sav, God spoke to me. And I'm like, what, Mom? Because I feel like she used to be always like religious and stuff. Mind you, I wasn't saved at the time. So I used to be like, here she go again with her Christian stuff. And she was like, God spoke to me. And I'm like, what did he say? And she said, you're healed, but go and sin no more. And I'm just like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't really acknowledge it. I didn't understand it. Like, it just didn't click in my head. I didn't take what she said serious. So we get in. I remember having a frown on my face. I was real depressed. And I signed in my name in the front lobby, and you sit down to wait to go to the back to meet the doctor. But as I signed in my name, my doctor told me, you don't have to sign in anymore. And I'm like, what? But they were dancing. They had a smile on their face. Some of them had tears in their eyes. It was like joys of tear. And my doctor said, you're not going to believe what happened. And I'm like, what? Mind you, I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know what I'm about to hear, because she just threw me for a spin. And she's like, you're not going to believe what happened. And I'm like, what? She was like, when we were about to make the decision, everything started disappearing off of the right side of the screen. And I'm like, huh? Like, it didn't click again. And she was just like, we took the CD out, the disc that they put all your results on. We took the CD out, we cleaned it, we restarted the computer, and we put it back in, and nothing came up. But the screen was white as snow. And I'm like, I remember I just had like this distraught look, kind of like this, distraught look on my face. And I'm like, this is not clicking. And so she sits me down and explained it a second time. And as she explained it the second time, I remember feeling the presence of God hit my body. It was like fire that hit my body. And I felt it from the top of my head to all the way the bottom of my feet. I felt it all over. And I remember I stood up and I started praising Jesus. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. And my mom, she gave me a hug. And we were just thanking Jesus. And mind you, I'm feeling, it felt like Jesus gave me a hug, and he like zapped my body with his power. And I remember I was crying. This happened for like 45 minutes. I could not move my body if I wanted to. I just stood there still crying, couldn't believe what my doctor just told me. And I believe that was him healing and healing my body. And she was just like, okay, she let me cry, she let me get all my emotions out. Like, this was such a big thing for me because I wasn't supposed to make it. And she was like, come in the next day and we're gonna do a scan of your body to just make sure nothing is there. I go in the next day to do the scan. They do my vitals, everything, and I get the results back, and nothing came back. They said my body went back to its normal state as if cancer was never even there. There was no mark, there was no trace. So I'm glad that you asked this question because we got more in depth into it. But if you have any more questions, let me know. But I want to let you know that if you're watching this, if you watch this whole 4 minutes, that Jesus can heal you, he can restore you, and he will prosper your life if you just have faith as small as a mustard seed.